Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something important. We will talk about how to learn English. Learning English can be fun. It can be easy if we do it right. So I will share some tips with you. Let me tell you a story. When I was young, I did not know English. I felt scared. But then I started to listen to stories in English. I listened every day. Slowly, I began to understand. The words became clear. My fear went away. Listening is very important. When you listen, you hear new words. You learn how to say them. You learn how to use them. So listen to English every day. Listen to stories, songs, or even the news. It helps a lot. Now let's talk about practice. Practice makes perfect, they say. And it is true. When I was learning, I practiced every day. I spoke in English, even if I made mistakes. Mistakes are okay. They help you learn. So don't be afraid. Speak English every day. Another tip is to read. Reading is a good way to learn. You can start with simple books. Books with pictures are great. They help you understand the story. As you read, you learn new words and how to use them in sentences. Once I read a story about a cat. It was a simple story, but I loved it. I learned many new words from that story. The more I read, the better my English became. So read as much as you can. It will help you a lot. Writing is also important. When you write, you use the words you know. You learn to put them together. Start by writing small things. Write about your day. Write about your family. Write anything you like. The more you write, the better you get. My experience with writing. When I was learning, I had a small notebook. I wrote in it every day. I wrote about my school and my dreams. I made many mistakes, but I learned from them. Writing helped me a lot. It made me more confident. Watching videos is helpful too. Watching videos is fun. You can watch cartoons, movies, or even shows. When you watch, you hear how people speak. You learn how to say words correctly. You also learn new words. I remember watching a cartoon about a dog. The dog was very funny. It made me laugh. But I also learned new words from the cartoon. Watching it helped me understand English better. Talking to people helps a lot. If you have friends who speak English, talk to them. Practice with them. If you don't have any, you can find people online. There are many people who want to learn English just like you. They can help you practice. I had a friend who spoke English very well. We talked every day. Sometimes I made mistakes, but my friend helped me. Talking to her helped me a lot. Be patient with yourself. Learning a new language takes time. It does not happen in one day. So be patient with yourself. Do not give up. Keep trying, even if it is hard. Every small step counts. I remember feeling sad when I could not understand something. But I did not give up. Slowly, I got better. I learned more and more. So always be patient. You will get there step by step. Use a dictionary. A dictionary is your friend. It helps you understand new words. When you find a word you don't know, look it up. Learn what it means. Learn how to say it. Then, try to use it in a sentence. I used to carry a small dictionary with me. Every time I heard a new word, I looked it up and tried to use it. This helped me learn many new words. Play games in English. Games are fun. They help you learn without feeling like you are studying. There are many games that teach you English. You can play word games, puzzles, or even quiz games. I played a word game with my friends. We had to find as many words as we could. I learned a lot. The words were the most important. Think in English. I started thinking in English when I was learning. At first, it was hard. I had to translate everything in my head. But slowly, it became easier. I started thinking in English without even trying. So try to think in English. It will help you get better. Set goals. Goals help you stay focused. They give you something to work towards. Start with small goals. Set small goals. For example, learn 5 new words each day or read 1 page of a book every day. As you reach your goals, you will feel proud. It will motivate you to keep going. How goals helped me. I set small goals when I was learning. My first goal was to learn 10 new words a week. Then I set a goal to read a book in English. Reaching these goals made me happy. It showed me that I was getting better. So set goals for yourself. They will help you a lot. Review what you learn. It's also good to review what you learn. When you review, you remember things better. Look at your notes. Read your old writings. Listen to the same story again. The more you review, the more you remember. How I reviewed. I used to review my notes every week. I read them over and over. This helped me remember what I learned. It also helped me see how much I had improved. So take time to review. It will help you a lot. Stay positive. Another important thing is to stay positive. Learning a new language can be hard, but if you stay positive, it becomes easier. Believe in yourself. You can do it. When you feel down, when you feel like you're doing something, when you feel down, remember why you started. Keep your goal in mind. I had times when I felt like giving up, but I stayed positive. I told myself that I could do it, and I did. Staying positive helped me a lot, so always stay positive. It will help you reach your goal. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Also, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of your life. They are part of learning. Everyone makes them. When you make a mistake, don't feel bad. Learn from it. It will help you get better. Mistakes helped me grow. I made many mistakes when I was learning, but I did not let them stop me. I learned from them and I got better. So don't be afraid of mistakes. They are your best teachers. Enjoy the journey. Lastly, enjoy the journey. Learning English is a journey. It's full of new things to discover. Enjoy it. Have fun with it. The more you enjoy it, the easier it becomes. My joyful learning. When I was learning, I enjoyed every step. I loved learning new words. I loved understanding new stories. Enjoying the journey made it fun, and it helped me learn faster. So enjoy your journey. Make learning English much easier. Surround yourself with English. As we continue on this journey, let's remember another tip. Surround yourself with English. This means trying to be around English as much as you can. Listen to English music, watch English movies, and read English signs. The more you see and hear English, the more you will learn. How I used English around me. I changed the language on my phone to English. At first, it was hard to understand everything, but soon I got used to it. Every time I used my phone, I learned something new. So surround yourself with English. It will help you learn faster. Repeat to remember. Another helpful tip is to repeat. Repetition is very important when learning a new language. When you repeat something, you remember it better. So don't be afraid to go over the same words or sentences again and again. How repetition helped me. I used to repeat words out loud every day. I said them until they became easy to remember. Repeating helped me a lot. It made me more confident. So repeat everything you learn. It will make a big difference. Make learning fun. Sometimes learning can feel boring, but you can make it fun. You can sing songs in English. Singing helps you remember words. Plus, it's a lot of fun. You can also make up little stories with the words you know. This way, learning becomes like a game. My fun learning habits. I used to sing songs in English every morning. It made me happy and ready to learn more. Sometimes I made up funny stories with my new words. This made learning enjoyable. So find ways to make learning fun. It will keep you motivated. Use new words right away. Another tip is to use what you learn right away. When you learn a new word, try to use it in a sentence. Use it when you talk or write. The more you use it, the better you remember it. Using beautiful. Once I learned the word beautiful, I used it to describe everything. The sky was beautiful. The flowers were beautiful. Even my breakfast was beautiful. Using the word helped me remember it. So always use what you learn. It will help you remember. Take your time. Also, don't rush. Take your time. Learning English is not a race. It's okay to go slowly. It's okay to take breaks. The most important thing is to keep going. Even just one word a day, you are still learning. Slow but steady. I remember when I was learning, I sometimes felt like I wasn't moving fast enough. But then I realized every little bit counts. Every new word was progress. So don't rush. Take your time and enjoy the process. Keep a journal. It's also good to keep a journal in English. Write about your day, your thoughts, or even your dreams. You practice your English every day. When you do a little every day, you are not only getting better, you are also building strong habits. These habits help you move forward, even on days when you don't feel very strong. Now let's talk about motivation. Many people say, I will study when I feel motivated, or I will exercise when I feel like it. But here's the truth. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel excited and ready to work, but on other days you feel tired or bored. That's normal. Motivation is like the weather. It changes. Sometimes it's sunny and sometimes it's cloudy. You cannot wait for perfect weather to go outside. In the same way, you cannot wait for motivation to take action. This is where consistency becomes your best friend. Consistency stays, even when motivation leaves. It's about doing what you need to do, even when you don't feel like it. It's about keeping your promise to yourself. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't need motivation to do it. You just do it every day because it's a habit. That's how you want to treat your goals too. Make them part of your day. Make them a habit. And that habit will take you far. Let me share a simple story. There was a man who wanted to improve his English. He was very busy with work and family, but he decided to listen to English podcasts every morning for just 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes. Some people told him, that's not enough. But he continued, day after day, week after week. He listened while walking, while cooking, or while cleaning. After a few months, his listening got better. He started understanding more words and sentences. Later, he started speaking with more confidence. He didn't study for hours. He was just consistent. That's what made the difference. You see, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. Show up for your goals every day, even in a small way. If you miss a day, it's okay. Just come back the next day. Don't quit. Don't say, I failed. I will try again. Because one small action each day is more powerful than one big action once in a while. So remember this. Consistency is stronger than motivation. Small actions build strong results. If you want to grow in English or in life, don't wait for the perfect time. Start today, keep going tomorrow, and believe that your small steps will lead to big success. That's the real power of consistency. Consistency is not just a good habit. It's a life-changing one. It's a life-changing one. Consistency is not just a good habit. When you are consistent, you give yourself the chance to improve, grow, and succeed. Improve, grow, and succeed. Let's explore the many wonderful benefits of being consistent, not only for learning English, but also for your personal life. First of all, consistency helps you improve your skills and make real progress. Think about any skill you want to learn: reading, writing, speaking English, cooking, driving, or playing the guitar. No one becomes great at these things in just one day. Improvement happens slowly, step by step. When you practice a skill every day, even for a short time, you get better. Your brain learns better. Your hands move faster. Let me ask you, what did you do yesterday? What did you do the day before? And what are you planning to do tomorrow? Still nothing? Still the same? Still waiting for someday? That someday will never come. It's a lie. Your dreams don't care about your excuses. The world doesn't care about your reasons. Only your results matter. Solution: start valuing your hours like gold. Write down your daily plan. Focus on one thing that will push your life forward. Cut 1 hour of social media every day. Use it to read, learn, or grow. Time is your friend only if you respect it. Otherwise, it becomes your biggest enemy. Lesson 2. Stop blaming and start building. Your life is your responsibility. Not your parents, not your friends, not your boss, not your government. You. Only you. You. People waste years crying about what they didn't get. I didn't go to a good school. My family doesn't support me. I don't have the money. I don't have talent. Excuses, excuses, excuses. Do you know who wins in life? The person who says, I don't care what I didn't get. I'll create something from nothing. Look around you. The most powerful people in this world. Many of them had nothing. No money, no support, no guidance. But they had one thing: the decision to change everything. Example: think about someone like Oprah Winfrey, born in poverty, abused as a child. Today, a billionaire and one of the most respected people in the world. She didn't sit and cry. She didn't blame. Accept your story, but don't be a victim. Say this every day: I'm responsible for my life. Write your problems on paper, then write one solution for each. No matter how small, you are not weak. You are not unlucky. You are just not using your power. Your comfort zone is a trap. You wake up, check your phone, eat something, watch videos, scroll Instagram, maybe study a little, sleep again, repeat. It feels easy, it feels relaxing. But do you know what's happening? You are dying slowly from the inside. Your comfort zone is killing your dreams silently because there is no growth in comfort. All success lives outside of it. You want to speak fluent English? Even if you make 100 mistakes, you want to start a business, then start. Even if you fail the first 10 times, but most people never start because they're scared to feel uncomfortable. They're afraid of failure, afraid of embarrassment, afraid of people laughing. Let them laugh, let them doubt you, but you keep moving. Imagine a seed. If it stays under the soil, it will grow, become something powerful. You're the same. Solution? Do something uncomfortable every day. Speak English even if you're scared. Join that class. Apply for that job. Post that video. Fail proudly. Fail loudly. But fail forward. Because nothing great ever came from staying safe. Lesson 4. I'll do it later is the biggest lie you're telling yourself. Let me be brutally honest with you. If you are someone who keeps saying, I'll do it later, then understand this truth. You are lying to yourself. And the more you lie, the more you destroy your own life. Quietly, slowly, and permanently. I'll do it later is the voice of laziness. It is the voice of fear. It is the voice of your weaker self trying to trap you. It doesn't mean, I will do it later. It actually means, I don't want to do it at all. Look around you. The people who win in life are not the ones who say later. They are the ones who say now. Right now. This second. They act, even if they're not ready, even if they're scared. They act because they know later becomes never. You keep saying you want to learn English. Then do it now. You keep saying you'll exercise. Start a side hustle, read a book, fix your sleep, meditate. And when does that later come? Next week? Next month? Next year? Time is not your slave. It doesn't wait for you. You don't get a message saying, your time is over. It just ends. And you will be left with one thing. Regret. The worst pain in this world. Example. I started that YouTube channel 2 years ago. You didn't. Why? Because of fear. Because you said later. Now someone else is doing it. Someone else has your dream. And you sit there watching their videos thinking, that could have been me. Solution. Set a timer. 10 minutes. Whatever it is, start it now. Stop overthinking. Tell yourself this. If I don't do it now, I probably never will. And just begin. Not perfect, just begin. One action now is better than 100 perfect plans for later. Lesson 5. Stop thinking. Start doing. Your mind is your best friend and your worst enemy. And for most people today, their mind is their cage. Why? Because they think too much and do nothing. You want to start a business. You think about it for months. You want to speak in English. You think about speaking. Watch videos. Take notes. But never speak. You want to go to the gym. You plan the routine. Buy the clothes. Download the app. But never actually go. Overthinking is destroying your life. You think so much that you become tired before even starting. You imagine the failure before even trying. You write the story of defeat before even playing the game. And that's why you stay stuck. Thinking is important, but only for a short time. After that, it becomes fear. And fear is a liar. You don't need to know everything to begin. You just need to begin. You want to improve your English? Don't just watch motivational videos. Start speaking. Start writing. Start listening every day. Speak in front of the mirror. Record your voice. Make mistakes. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect English. You just need to do. Example. Imagine a guy who wants to learn swimming. He reads books on swimming, watches 50 videos, buys the best swimsuit, and talks to swimmers, but never jumps into the water. Learn, number. You're doing the same with your dreams. Solution. Think for 10 minutes, then act for the next 10 hours. Build momentum. Let action become your habit. Shut down your mind and let your hands move. Let your legs move. Let your life move. Because success doesn't come from thinking. It comes from doing. Lesson 6. Be that guy. Not the lazy one. Not the one who complains. Not the one who always gives up. Be the guy who does what others don't. Be the guy who wakes up early when others are sleeping, who studies when others are partying, who speaks when others are scared, who believes when others laugh, who keeps going when others quit. Be the guy who inspires without saying a word. Not everyone will believe in you. That's okay. Not everyone will support you. That's okay. You support you. You believe in you. People will doubt you. They will say, "You've changed." Let them. You're not here to stay the same. You're here to grow, to evolve, to become the man who doesn't need validation, because his success speaks for him. In every family, in every group of friends, there's always that one person who becomes something big, the one who proves everyone wrong. Why not you? Why do you think success belongs to someone else? Why not you? Solution. Every morning ask yourself, what would a disciplined man do today? Then do that. Dress like success. Talk like success. Walk like success. Don't tell people your plans. Show them results. Be that guy who people talk about. You years later, because you changed everything. It's consistent. How to stay consistent? Start small. Don't try to do too much at once. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day is enough. Make a routine. Set a fixed time for your practice. For example, practice English every morning. Track your progress. Keep a small notebook or use an app to track your daily progress. Stay motivated. Remind yourself why you started. Imagine how good you will feel when you improve. Be patient. Results take time. Trust the process and keep going. Consistency is the secret to success. No matter what goal you have, learning English, getting fit, or improving a skill, small repeated actions will lead to big results. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day and doing your best. So, if you want to improve your English or anything else, don't wait for the perfect moment. Practice a little every day and stay consistent. You will see amazing results. The science behind consistency. How are habits formed? Habits are actions that we do repeatedly until they become automatic. When we first start something new, our brain has to work hard to focus. But the more we repeat them, the easier it becomes. This happens because of a process in our brain called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt. Inside our brain, There are billions of tiny connections called neurons. When we repeat an action, these neurons form pathways. The more we repeat the action, the stronger the pathway becomes. Just like a trail in the forest that becomes clearer, the more people walk on it. For example, when you first learn to ride a bicycle, it feels difficult. You have to think about balancing, pedaling, and steering all at the same time. But after practicing many times, your brain strengthens the connections, and riding a bike becomes automatic. The same thing happens when learning a language, playing a sport, or building any new habit. Repetition strengthens neural pathways. The brain works like a muscle. The more we use it in a certain way, the stronger it gets in that area. Each time we repeat an action, we are strengthening the neural pathways in our brain. This is why consistency is key. If we stop practicing, those pathways weaken and we start to forget what we learned. Think of a dirt road. If cars drive on it every day, the road becomes smooth and clear. But if no one uses it for months, grass starts growing and the road disappears. Our brain works the same way. The more we practice, the easier things become. The compound effect. Small daily improvements lead to big success. There is a powerful idea called the compound effect, which means that small daily improvements add up to huge success over time. Even tiny progress, when repeated every day, leads to amazing results in the long run. Imagine putting just $1 in a savings account every day. It doesn't seem like much at first, but after a year, you will have $365. After 10 years, you will have $3,650. And if you keep going, your money will grow even more. The same idea applies to learning. If you learn just one new word in English every day, after a year, you will know 365 new words. After 5 years, you will have learned 1,825 words, which is enough to have great conversations. Success doesn't happen overnight. It comes fast. From small daily actions that build over time. Real-life examples of consistency leading to success. Athletes, the best athletes in the world, don't become champions overnight. They practice every single day, even when they don't feel like it. A basketball player who shoots 100 free throws every day will become much better than someone who only practices once a month. Successful entrepreneurs. Business leaders like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos didn't build their companies in one day. They worked on their ideas every day, improving little by little, learning from mistakes, and staying consistent for years. Language learners. Imagine two people learning English. Person A studies for 30 minutes every day, while person B studies for 5 hours once a month. Even though person B studies for a long time in one session, they forget most of what they learned because they don't practice often. But person A, who studies every day, will improve much faster because of consistent repetition. Why most people struggle with consistency. Many people give up too soon because they don't see fast results. But consistency is like planting a tree. In the beginning, you don't see much happening. But if you keep watering it every day, it will slowly grow into a strong tree. The problem is that people stop watering their tree before it has a chance to grow. To stay consistent, remember, progress is slow at first, but it will add up over time. Don't focus on perfection. Focus on showing up every day. Even small actions count. The science behind consistency is simple. Repetition strengthens the brain. Small actions create big results, and success comes from daily effort. Whether you want to learn a language, start a business, or become an athlete, the key is to keep going. You don't have to do something big every day. Do something. Over time, those small efforts will turn into something amazing. Common challenges and how to overcome them. Staying consistent is not always easy. Many people start with great energy, but over time, they face challenges that make them stop. The good news is that these challenges can be overcome with the right mindset and strategies. Here are some common obstacles and how to deal with them. 1. Lack of motivation. Why motivation is temporary, but discipline is long-term. Many people believe that motivation is the key to success. They wait until they feel excited before taking action. But the problem is that motivation doesn't last forever. Some days you feel inspired, but other days you don't feel like doing anything. That's why discipline is more important than motivation. Discipline means doing something even when you don't feel like it. Successful people don't wait for motivation. They build habits that keep them going, no matter how they feel. How to overcome this challenge? Create a daily routine and stick to it, even on days when you're not motivated. 1. Remind yourself why you started. Write down your goal and look at it every day. Take action first, even if you don't feel like it. Motivation often comes after you start. 2. Distractions and excuses. How to eliminate them and build a habit. Sometimes she sat by the river. Sometimes she walked near the shop. She did not ask me anything. She did not expect anything. She was just there. I thought she would get bored. I thought she would stop coming, but she did not. One evening, I found her sitting on an old bench near the river. The sun was setting. The water looked golden. I was tired, but I walked toward her. "Why do you come here every day?" I asked. She looked at me and smiled. "Because I want to." Her answer made no sense. "You don't even know me," I said. She tilted her head. "Maybe I do." I shook my head. "No, you don't." She was quiet for a moment. Then she said, "Maybe you think people always leave, but I am still here." Her words made my chest feel heavy. I did not know why. I did not answer. I just sat next to her. The sky turned dark, and we stayed there in silence. The next day, she brought tea. She placed it near me like before. I looked at it for a long time. Then, for the first time, I picked it up. It was warm in my hands. I took a small sip. She smiled, but she did not say anything. She did not need to. Something was changing. I did not know what, but for the first time, I did not feel alone. She became a part of my days. I did not expect it, but I noticed when she was not there. Every morning, she came to the shop. Every evening, she sat by the river. She talked sometimes, but not too much. She never asked questions I did not want to answer. She never pushed me to speak. She was just there, and I let her be. One day, she came later than usual. I was fixing a car, but I looked at the door. She was not there. I told myself it did not matter. I worked harder, trying to ignore the feeling in my chest. But the hours passed, and she did not come. I told myself she was just busy. Maybe she found something better to do. Maybe she finally got tired of coming here. Maybe she finally left. But then, in the evening, she appeared. She walked into the shop, slower than usual. "Sorry," she said. "I had something to do." I did not ask what. I just nodded and kept working. But my hands were shaking a little. I did not know why. She watched me for a while, then placed something on the table. "A small box. For you," she said. I frowned. She smiled. "Open it later." Then she left. That night, I sat on my bed and looked at the box. It was small and simple. I hesitated before opening it. Inside, there was a keychain, a small silver key hanging from a black string. It was simple, just like me, just like my life. I did not understand why she gave it to me, but I held it in my hand for a long time. Then I placed it in my pocket. The next morning, I found it in my pocket. The next day, she was back. She acted normal, as if nothing happened. She acted normal, as if nothing happened. I wanted to ask her about the keychain, but I did not know how. Instead, I just worked. She watched, like always. She watched, like always. But something was different now. I could feel it. One evening, she asked, "Do you ever think about leaving this town? Do you ever think about leaving this town?" Confused. "Why?" She shrugged. "Just wondering. Do you ever want to see other places? Do you ever want to see other places?" I shook my head. "This is my home," she smiled. "Home is not always a place." I did not understand what she meant. I did not understand what she meant. But I did not ask. Days turned into weeks. She kept coming. And something inside me kept changing. And something inside me kept changing. When she spoke, I listened. When she brought tea, I drank it. When she sat by the river, I sat too. Then one day, my father said something that surprised me. My father said something that surprised me. "She cares about you." I frowned. "She is just friendly." He shook his head. "No, it is more than that." I did not answer. I did not want to think about it. I did not want to think about it. But I did. That evening, when I saw her by the river, I walked faster. That evening, when I saw her by the river, I walked faster. She smiled when she saw me. I sat down next to her. We watched the water. Then, without thinking, I reached into my pocket and held the keychain. Then, without thinking, I reached into my pocket and held the keychain. I did not know why, but it felt important. She saw it in my hand and smiled. "You kept it." I nodded. Yes. The sun was setting. The sky was orange and pink. The air was cool. I looked at her, and for the first time, I asked, "Why do you stay?" She did not look surprised. She just smiled and said, "Because I want to." And for the first time, I believed her. She was still there. Every evening, she sat by the river, and every time, I felt something different. I started waiting for her. I started listening more when she talked. She held my hand. "What is wrong?" she asked. I did not know what to say. I did not want to scare her, but I was scared. Grandfather was old. He was sick. He needed help, but we had no one. It was just us. I ran to the neighbor's house. I knocked on the door. "Please help," I said. The neighbor opened the door. She saw my face. She knew something was wrong. She followed me. She followed me to our house. She looked at grandfather. He needs a doctor, she said. Her voice was serious. She took her phone and called an ambulance. The doctors came fast. They put grandfather on a stretcher. They took him to the hospital. Emily and I watched. Our hearts felt heavy. The house was empty now. It was quiet. Too quiet. I sat on the sofa. Emily sat next to me. She did not talk. I did not talk. We just waited and waited. The hospital was big and cold. Emily and I sat in the waiting room. The chairs were hard. The lights were bright. People walked past us. Some looked worried. Some looked tired. A nurse came to us. "Wait here," she said. Then she left. The wall ticked slowly. I held Emily's hand. She did not say anything. She just looked at the floor. I wanted to be strong for her, but inside, I felt small. After a long time, a doctor came. He had a kind face. He sat next to us. "Your grandfather is sick," he said. "He is very weak. He needs rest." "Can we see him?" I asked. The doctor smiled a little. "Yes, but only for a short time." He stood up. "Follow me." Emily and I walked down a long hallway. The air smelled like medicine. We reached a room. The doctor opened the door. Grandfather was in bed. He had a tube in his arm. His eyes were closed. I felt my chest tighten. He looked so small. Emily ran to his side. "Grandfather," she said. He opened his eyes slowly. He smiled. "My little ones," he whispered. His voice was soft. I sat next to him. "You scared us," I said. He laughed a little, but then coughed. "Just tired." He looked at us. His eyes were full of love. "You must be brave," he said. "Take care of each other." His words felt heavy. I did not want to think about a life without him. A nurse came into the room. "He needs to rest," she said. Emily hugged grandfather. I held his hand for a moment. Then we left. The walk home was quiet. The sky was dark. The streets were empty. Emily held my hand tightly. "What will we do?" she asked. I did not have an answer. I just squeezed her hand. I knew one thing. Life was about to change. The house felt different without grandfather. It was quiet, but not a good quiet. It was endless. It was empty. Emily and I sat at the table. There was no warm food. There was no laughter. I missed grandfather's voice. I missed his stories. Emily rested her head on the table. "When will he come back?" she asked. I did not know the answer. "Soon," I said, but I was not sure. The next morning, I woke up early. I went to the kitchen. My mother had his breakfast. The next morning, I woke up. The next morning, I went to rest. My mother had her breakfast. In a few minutes, he came back. He took me to see Uncle Mail. I could not see my father. I did not know my father. My mother was not sure. She had the same thought as mine. She had the same voice. I did not know my father. What would she say? My grandfather was in me. Emily sat at the table and watched me. He did not say anything. She only took a small bite of the food. "It's not like grandfather," she said. I knew she was right. Nothing felt the same. After breakfast, we went to school. The walk was long. The streets were full of people, but I felt alone. At school, I could not focus. The teacher talked, but I did not hear her words. My mind was at the hospital. I wanted to see grandfather. I wanted to know if he was better. At lunch, Emily sat with me. She played with her food. I don't feel hungry, she said. I understood. I did not feel hungry either. When school ended, we walked home. The sun was warm, but I felt cold inside. At the door, I stopped. I did not want to go inside. The house felt sad, but Emily was tired.